time in a lake far, far away. Okay, Grays Harbor County, so not far away, but it seemed far away, just 4 acres. So I'm going to tell you all about my protege experience of being a protege back then and bring you, my fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and Madam Toaster Master along with me for the ride. I was 17, and it was my third year being a lifeguard. And I was head lifeguard, which was an enormous responsibility at a lake with 250 children between the ages of 9 and 18 running around. I had a mentor who was on the fire department. Uh, Everything was pretty small back then, who told me when things get too complicated, you need to stand back and look at the entire picture. I wish I had done that day. We had a thing every Friday morning called the Polar Bear Swim. Maybe some of you are familiar with this. It's colder in the air than it is the water, so there's steam fog kind of coming off the water. It's really romantic looking, or frightening if you think that you're going to become a popsicle. Actually, it's really comfortable to be in the water when it's like that, and I've always really enjoyed it. But I did not know, dun dun dun, what had happened Back to the Future up at the baseball field the night before. Two of my teammates, Ed and David, were responsible for the young people. And they told this story about the freshwater lake shark. So once upon a time, there was a plane flying over the lake and it hit a bump. They weren't the swiftest characters. And it bumped a wood crate out of the back of the plane, and it broke apart as it hit the water. And inside was a shark. And so now we had a freshwater lake shark. So everyone should be on the lookout for the fin of the shark, doo-doot, during the polar bear swim. Doo-doot. I was in charge of the older kids down in the lodge, and I did not hear about this story at all. Nope. So it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm really tired. It's light out, but there's fog everywhere, and kids are coming down in great droves to jump in the water. And then I hear screaming. I look out past the log jam, and I see Ed and David out there squirreling around with something, but flashing around a lot and screaming. And I'm like, great. Thanks, guys. Whatever you're doing, could just stop. And I blew my whistle a couple times because whistles are, you have to. And then I hear more screaming. And I turn like in a slow motion movie and see all these people running for the shoreline, screaming and throwing things in the air. And I'm like, where are you going? I don't understand what's going on. And I had not learned to deal with autism yet. So I just stand there for a minute. And then the bell rings. It's a massive bell. And when the bell rings, everybody has to come down to the bell and the flag so that we can have safety, emergency evacuation, blah, blah, blah. Fire department's coming. That's what's going on when you hear the bell. And I turn and I hear giggling below me. And I looked down, and underneath the pier is Ed and David, hiding, laughing, still not amused. I'm very tired. And I look back out past the logjam, and I see a fin floating out there. Okay, this is a practical joke. This is not the first one this week. We've had all kinds of problems with taxidermy skins and things like that. So I swim out there. There's a string hanging off of it, and I am not thinking about this. I tie the string around my ankle, and a lack of perceptiveness, I start to swim back. So now it looks like the shark fin is chasing me. More people are screaming. People are trying to get canoes and boats out to come help me. And the fire department shows up and just it's a cacophony. And I really don't know how to deal with that. So I pick it up and I hold it up, and you see all the adults go, oh, okay. It's just a practical joke. But the children are still screaming. And I just stood there because I did not know what to do. And I see someone in full fire department gear walking down the pier. Clunk, clunk, clunk. She flips up her face mask and says, "Did you stand back and observe the situation?" No, because if I had, I would have realized that swimming back with a shark chasing me would probably have a negative effect on 250 campers. So I learned a lot that day, and I will never forget what my mentor taught me that day. Sometimes you got to stand back and look around you. Thank you, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests.